a groundbreaking exploration of South Asia. CCTV cameras visit Bhutan, India and Nepal, shedding light on these exotic countries and the lives of their people. A traditional artist, a dancer, a rebellious youngster, an archer, a pilot. People from very different backgrounds paint for us a full picture of what it's like to live in the region. By knowing the people, you can know how South Asia is changing. Images of South Asia, coming next on CCTV News.
The Bhutanese Olympic archery team is taking a rare day off to relax. For the past 2 weeks, they've been training hard for the Thimphu archery tournament.
You can step from back side.
In Bhutan, archery is more than a sport, it's also a form of socializing. Archery is the only sport the Kingdom of Bhutan enters into the Olympics. For international competitions, they've had to adapt to using a composite bow. Domestically, though, they still use their traditional bamboo bows. This is the venue for the annual National Archery Tournament. Competitors start arriving early in the morning to prepare. Sonam is the captain of the red team. Born on a farm in eastern Bhutan, he moved to Thimphu after graduating from technical school.
I work in the goldsmith section of my department, where we have all this, where we make silver and gold artifacts. So I hate that section. So yes, it's interesting.
Before he became a civil servant, he earned a living as a singer.
When I was not in the government service, I always wanted to be a singer or actor. Yes, I have acted in a few films and, as I've said, a few albums.
Chage is a truck driver from Paro. When not competing, he travels between Bhutan and India, transporting cargo. One of Bhutan's star archers, he is the mainstay of the red team. Originally, a total of 18 teams entered the tournament. The yellow and red teams are competing in the final. Folk singers get things underway. Anyone is welcome to come and watch. Archery has a long history in Bhutan. Legend has it that when their ancestors migrated here from the Yalong Valley in Tibet, their chief killed a tiger with a single arrow. They decided to settle on the spot where this happened. Living among mountains and forests, their bows and arrows became essential tools of survival. Although they no longer rely on hunting for a living, archery has evolved into a sport and a form of recreation. The yellow team take an early lead. Sonam is worried. But Chage is relaxed. Sonam is from eastern Bhutan, where the mountains are high, the forests are deep, and the people are skilled with bows and arrows. He has recently passed an exam and won a government scholarship. In 2 months' time, he'll be going to university.
I'll be looking for my scholarship for 3 years. But this is within Bhutan, I'm going for college in Bhutan only. I'm happy because I've received a scholarship from the government to undergo, yes. I'm doing this BCom honestly. Before I did this middle level diploma. After that, yes, I'm now selected for this BCom honors to carry out.
After firing his first arrow, Sonam runs over to receive a piece of coloured silk. The number of these pieces of silk an archer is wearing at his waist shows how many times he has hit the target. Just as the competition is beginning to heat up, there's a sudden interruption caused by rain coming in from the distant mountains. Thimphu lies in a valley in the Himalayas in central Bhutan, so sudden rain is not unusual here. During the enforced break, the competitors chew betel leaves. They find the leaves stimulating and believe they help improve their performance. The supporters are all family and friends of the competitors. This is the first time for 4 or 5 days that they've seen their loved ones, since the competitors have been living and eating together prior to the competition.
No problem. Are you getting?
The rain stops. The red team is going from strength to strength. Chage gets involved in an argument with the yellow team. He refuses to be put off by the heckling. Chage fires the deciding arrow and the red team win. Two days later, it's the wedding day of the young Bhutanese king. On the main road from Thimphu to the ancient temple, Punakha, workmen are adding the final touches to the decorations. In a traditional small theatre, rehearsals are almost finished. For the past 2 weeks, the Bhutan School of Traditional Arts has been getting ready for the wedding. Combining rehearsals with his management job has been keeping Chering very busy. It's a 3-hour drive from Thimphu to Punakha. The wedding of the young king will be held in the ancient capital tomorrow. Punakha's location on Bhutan's central North Lowlands makes it the country's granary, where golden ears of rice line the valley. It's harvest time, and everyone in Chimi Lakhang village is busy in their fields. Kinga's rice is ripening. Her husband is working away from home at a hydro power station. She has a younger sister, but she's also away, at school in Paro. She does have her 2 younger brothers to help on the farm, but she still needs to hire workers in the harvest season.
Tatuldi nisho ege gugure di temmela de ani tsombe boda di de cheka runa chi cheka ribera tsong cheka jaw so be tsombe boda di satun de se chora chipe khara tengol analera anale ten de ngachirage lochige kachisla kusla ani jaw so tsong ya be chumbe tsong bera ngachigi minna kitong kuri amchirela
The level of economic development in the village is about average for Bhutan. Its 200 villagers grow rice in summer and vegetables in winter. To maintain the vitality of the land, they don't use artificial fertilizers or pesticides. They also plant a variety of crops as a way of keeping the soil healthy. They are too poor to afford any machines to help them, so they still reap the rice the traditional way. Kinga and the other villagers return from their fields after the day's work at 7 o'clock. Bhutanese people usually eat coarse brown rice. Though not as tasty as white rice, it is more nutritional. With few varieties of vegetables available, they often eat cheese and pepper with their rice. As Buddhists, they observe the rule of not killing animals and instead import meat from India. And since the fish from the Himalayas are protected, fresh fish is also rarely on the menu. After dinner, they relax, chewing betel. Most of the population are looking forward to a 3-day holiday to celebrate the king's wedding. But not Kinga and her fellow farmers. They can't rest until their rice is sent to market. It's early morning at Punakha Dzong. For over 300 years, this was the heart of the national capital. After the capital was moved to Thimphu in 1955, the castle became the royal family's winter residence. According to legend, Punakha Dzong was built by the great 17th century Lama, Shabdrang Ngawang Namgyal. Located at the confluence of 2 rivers, it regularly suffers from flooding. The wooden bridge has twice been washed away. This one was built in 2008. It is here that the wedding of Bhutan's 5th king, Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuk, and the commoner Jetsun Pema will be held. The guests are arriving. Khesar's father is Jigme Singye Wangchuk, who abdicated in 2006. He and his 4 wives arrive early, bringing gifts for the new couple. The ceremony will start at 8:20 a.m., a time determined to be propitious by the lamas. People are awaiting the arrival of the king and his bride. At 8:20, music and drums can be heard in the distance. The wedding ceremony is beginning. The 31-year-old king is walking slowly to the dzong. On the far side of the dzong, the bride is crossing the wooden bridge with her entourage. The huge tangka depicts the Lama Shabdrung Nawang Namgal. In front of it, the king and his bride, the daughter of an airline pilot, take their marriage vows. In accordance with Bhutan's Buddhist traditions, the new couple hold a purification ceremony. In 1980, the government issued a new law banning polygamy. Even though the royal family was exempted, the young king declared that Jedsun Pema would be his only wife. The authorities in Bhutan set great store by a system for assessing the nation's level of happiness. Key factors in this assessment are family harmony and communal spirit.
Buddhist studies, it is very well investigated, but in general it is neglected. It's generally neglected, really. So, as a very fundamental questions about our life, how and what makes us genuinely happy must be studied. In order for you to make the right choices, have a lifestyle which is favorable to happiness.
Kamo Ura is King Kesa's tutor. He also leads a team at the Bhutanese Research Institute studying and modifying the system for assessing the nation's happiness. The concept of national happiness was introduced by the present king's father in the 1970s. He wanted to emphasize the importance of maintaining a balance between material and spiritual development. He hoped the protection of the environment and traditional culture could take precedence over economic development.
We express ourselves in demand for so many goods and services. For example, iPad or a nice table or a visit to Shanghai, in the hope that that will sort of give me a dose of happiness for next 3 months or so. We think like that, and everyone thinks like that. Suppose everyone thinks like that and express their demand on goods and services, the consequence on the ecology of that is very, very serious. You cannot do it.
I want to become someone, very important person for the government by studying. But for my country, I should say, I want to become a very helpful person for my country. That's what I dream about.
Everybody want only a GNS, so that without GNS there's no life. To go personally, for myself, as GNS it depends upon, again, on the job or money. So if there's no job, there's no money, the GNS is meaningless.
sense of Western dance, I think we will learn something perfectly and show that we can, Bhutanese people also can do something which the people of Western people can do.